in this life, we go through a whole lot of situations and a whole lot of scenarios, and we come out sometimes stronger. Sometimes we feel like we went through it for no reason. But in those seasons, you got to realize what you want to take with yourself and what you want to allow yourself to grow from. So today we're going to talk about what this season is, and with Trump and all his foolishness and with our own foolishness with these LA fires and everything, how do we cope during this what the hell season? Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sunshine State. My name is Sonshine Wiley, and I am your host. As you can see, we actually have this installment of Gentleman and Jack here today with some guys who I will introduce to you, but I'll let them kind of do it better than me because I realized that there were so many similarities between the two of these people that, like, when it came to my mind to like invite the both of them, it was just like, well, wait, I don't know if they'll mesh well together. But then I started thinking about their personalities and then what they both do. And it was just like, oh, yeah, this is a good idea. So without further ado, to my right, I have Mr. Louis TreLuv Smith. And this guy will tell you all about him, but I met him actually through a family birthday function. He actually did comedy at the birthday party, and he was trying to mac a little bit at the birthday party. And I was like, "Nah, I'm good, but but we could be cool or whatever." And I'm good though because my auntie over there trying to talk to you, but I'm good. And
that was your auntie?
That was my auntie.
Yeah.
And then
That's
other person over here.
Yeah, like, wait a minute.
That was my auntie. But I'm like, I'm good. But you cool. You're a comedian. You should come on my podcast.
Yeah.
Let's connect. And then this guy over here, super dope human, amazing guy. One of my besties is his boo. So that's how I met him. Also really funny. But again, I'm gonna let them tell you about themselves. But the funny thing is I realized that they are both comedians. I did not realize that. I actually didn't know you were a comedian until she told me about that. Well, of course. But yeah, so they're both comedians. They both have podcasts. They both are Black. They're both men. They both got Black mamas. And so without further ado, I'll let you go ahead and start with introducing yourself.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me, Sunshine. I'm a big fan of your work. I really like your work ethic and everything. So I got to give you your flowers before I start. Everyone, my name is Louis TreLuv Smith. I am an actor, comedian, entertainer, entrepreneur. And here lately, we haven't talked in a while, but my acting career has really been getting blessed. So
Okay.
I'm finding myself transitioning more into putting my energies towards acting and allowing comedy to come as it must.
Mhm.
But I do have a comedy dry bar special out. I was on Comic View back in '02 with Arnez J, Comedy Central. Been on college tours and everything. Comedy's been my life for so long, but acting has been my original dream. And it's funny how things come full circle. Of course, like you mentioned, I do have a podcast. And in today's market, if you're any type of entertainer, I'm talking about if you play the banjo, you need a podcast. Damn near. Seriously. So,
Yeah.
to listen to Louis podcast, of course, I'm PRing my own podcast with my own t-shirt. But yeah, Sunshine, you've actually been a advisor to my podcast and wrote
Yes.
dockets and everything out for me.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just like I said, things come full circle. So I'm excited to be here and looking forward to the fun of this. I won't call it an interview. Like you said, we talking about what's going on in
We
America
kicking it.
today. So yeah, we just kicking it.
We're
But
kicking it.
I'm glad to be here and thank you for having me again.
No problem. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Russell?
Same thing that he said, but just put in Russell Rap. So
So
because like I was saying the exact same thing you just said. So actor, comedian, stage, improv,
Wow.
you name it. I've done it. Radio, for a vast number of years. These days, I'm more into the on-air personality type stuff, hosting. Do that more so than the comedy. Still there though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
You know,
absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's pretty much where I'm at. So yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. So we're going to get started. So y'all already know, generally on Gentleman and Jack, we got a bottle of Jack and then some various juices and things like that. We're going to scratch that today. Today we're doing mocktails because it's dry January, y'all. And we are, and we're going to keep it, we're going to keep it popping today. That's what we're going with. So we got these beautiful cocktails. Let's go ahead and toast up real quick before we get started.
Toast it up.
Yeah, toast it up, toast it up.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right here. This right
Okay.
here. This right here.
Yeah. Okay. I did that a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is a lavender Arnold Palmer
Mm.
Mm.
spritzer because it's got a little fizz to it too. But yeah, I got a little creative with it. But yeah, that's what it is. So without further ado, so in this season, we already know, like I said before, it's a whole lot of stuff going on. We had these LA fires. We all live in LA.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have had the scenarios with the pre-presidential situation where he came into office and things like that. And your homie Snoop Dogg was under fire for everything that was going on.
Yeah.
And then Nelly come out with his
Yeah.
foolishness and start talking. It's like, Nelly, no,
Just-
don't talk.
Yeah.
Just let it go. But then it's Trump come in and he start rolling back all these DEI scenarios. ICE is going to kids' school, trying to get them out of school. And so with all of this craziness that's going on, how are we able to maintain and manage like our own personal space and peace and fulfillment in the midst of all of that's going on?
I'll let my brother go first.
Okay.
I mean, this is round 2. So it's not like you know what I mean? It's not like we didn't know
Yeah.
that this was coming around the bend. So I was like, well,
Yeah.
I kind of got a gauge of what was going on the first time.
Yeah.
I got down. Trump ain't nothing new. We know. He be on something else.
Mhm.
Hey, we're gonna stop calling it the Gulf of Mexico. We're gonna call it the Gulf of America. All right, man. Is that something
Yeah.
that we doing right now?
Yeah.
So with him, it's not really anything that's shocking to me.
Right.
It's just him.
Mhm.
So just having it's like being on the ocean and you surfing. Yeah, this wave about to come in, but it was here, 2 waves ago. So
Yeah.
you don't serve that in just like anything else.
Yeah, we should have expected it.
Absolutely.
The thing is that I think that this round more so about it just being a love for his politics over another person's.
Mhm.
There's so many other factors at play. Like there are people who are in business and things like that who are saying that the things that he'll do will benefit them financially and in their business ventures and things like that. But then on the other hand, there are people who are under the impression that if they don't go on that side, then they'll be looked at in a certain way. And then, like, these are mainly our Caucasian brothers and sisters who may not necessarily be, the upper echelon business people. But one of the things that a friend of mine was saying to me is that regardless of what race or what color it is that you are, this man is not about to do nothing for you. He is doing things for people who have money. And no matter what color you are, if you have money, you will be the person who benefits more so from him than a person who does not have that level of money. And so I think some people kind of went into this whole administration thinking that he was going to be the bee's knees for them. But it's like, bro, you're a middle class American. This is not your fight. This is not your fight, but this is not where you're going to
Your
benefit
administration,
from.
your
You know what I'm saying?
presidency. Yeah.
He's not here for you.
Right.
He don't got nothing for you right now. He is not about
That's
to.
true.
It's not for you.
Right.
But anyway, go ahead.
Here's the skinny. This is how I personally feel about not just Donald Trump being president. Life is going to have a way of turning you with twists, turns, ups, downs, smiles, frowns.
Yep.
I was just a little quick history. Born, went to school, played football, basketball. Here it is. Find out at 35, I got a heart issue.
Mhm.
Ended up now currently 2 heart surgeries, a stroke later, I'm still here.
Mhm.
And with all that I've gone through, again, losing custody of my kids, getting them back, no matter who, and see what I'm saying, I say that to say this. My mother passed away. It doesn't matter who is in that presidential office. I want people to understand that. I mean, when I say it doesn't matter, in certain ways it matters, but realize that God is in control. It's bigger than that one human being. We're all human. He's a human like everyone else. My thing is for our people, let's talk about the racial part of it. I understand the financial part of it. The
Yep.
upper echelons are going to win, but let's talk about the ethics, us as African American
Yeah.
people. I've always said this even before even a Donald Trump ran for president. The way I feel about it, in order for us to win, we have to keep ourselves, our children, and our families out of jail.
Mhm.
I think that we could disrupt the entire economic structure of America if black people stay out of jail. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
let's start with that. Let's start with educating our people, our children,
Right.
and getting them to grow up and be better and different people. That in itself will have an effect on us. And I'm not racist, but I'm about black folk. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's where I
Yeah.
want to put that. Not racist, but I do want to see us come up and the things that we are. Because I was thinking about some of the stuff on the way here that when I read the synopsis of what you wanted to discuss, and I preached this on my podcast, and I'll preach it until if it ever changes. We just really have to make sure that we stay out of situations that continue to make them rich because we don't
Yeah.
realize that for every person that's in jail, that's a check for the
Oh,
government.
absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So if we start with that basic alone, let's and I'm gonna tell you who I admire. I'm gonna be honest. I respect Hispanics because they
Mhm.
bond. They
Yeah.
together.
Yep.
Once we do that, then I'm telling
Some
you.
of them are a little on the delusional side at this point right now.
Oh yeah,
Not to be
yeah.
not because there are some that feel like they identify more
Oh,
with
absolutely.
white people.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is
Mm-hmm.
that there is a difference in different Latin communities or Hispanic cultures. I can't remember what the right word is now. I don't have my DEI hat on right now.
Uh-huh.
Somebody trying to take my DEI hat away from me. So, with that being said, I don't really know all the differences between the different communities and stuff. I don't know the difference between Guatemalan,
Mm.
Mexican,
You got Cuban, Puerto
Cuban, Puerto
Rican.
Rican,
Yeah,
all of that.
it's a lot.
So they have a sensitivity to
Hmm.
the differences in the different communities and subsets of that
Of
type
the
of a culture.
wow.
Mhm.
Whereas we don't really know about that. I
Right.
literally had a person tell me, like, did you not allow me to do whatever project? Because it was something that they came to me to approval for. And because of whatever criteria I have to approve that, I was not able to approve that.
Mm.
And like, well, did you not approve this because I'm El Salvadorian? I'm like,
What?
so here's the thing. And I had to I had to be like,
Like what?
so here's the thing. I'm so sorry. And I mean absolutely
Wow.
no
I'm loving
disrespect to you at
it
all.
because I'm an El
Yeah.
I don't
Salvadorian.
know the difference
Right.
between a Guatemalan,
Yeah.
a Hispanic person, and this isn't to
Not at
disrespect
all. No
you at all.
disrespect.
I
Just
don't have
reality.
an understanding of the differences there. So my decision is not based on that because I'm ignorant to that difference because I
Hmm.
don't know what that is. My decision is clearly based off of this set of criteria that you are fully aware of. And then I say, can you agree that what you've presented me is outside of this criteria's parameters? Well, yeah, it is. Okay. So then now can you understand where my decision came from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Because it's like,
Yeah, it had nothing to do with you
so
being.
going back to this scenario,
Yeah.
a lot of them are still thinking, I'm white. Because
Oh.
in Spanish cultures, I'm a part of the upper echelon.
Mm.
Because like people from Spain or whatever, or Brazil up here, people who are Mexican down here, that's
Wow.
our, they're like
That's a
Mexicans.
hierarchy.
Mexicans are like the black people of Spanish cultures.
Got it.
You know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
Mm.
And so, and please don't beat me up and tell me if I'm wrong, because I might be saying it wrong. It might be the opposite. So whoever's in the comments, y'all tell me what the right way is. But like there are different subsets that are seen like the black people of it versus the white people of it.
Mm.
And those people who are operating like they're the white people of it don't realize America still see you as a Mexican.
Period.
Period, point blank.
Period.
They still see you as a Latin American, Mexican, Hispanic person. Period, point blank. And the deportations that they're doing are going to be just as much for you as it is for the people who are right out of Mexico.
Wow.
So they're voting and they're like, well, I didn't think he was going to come get me.
Please.
It's people all over social media thinking, well, I didn't think he was going to come after me and my family because I'm child. Like, it's a rude awakening happening right now.
Yeah, for
So
a lot
while I
of
love the fact that they have that togetherness,
people.
sometimes they need to wake up too.
Well, I think both of that is true. You know
Yeah.
what I mean. Together, not together, but as far as us, there is a very big gap of being together. And we
True.
don't have that togetherness. And then we start talking about different points in history
Yeah.
that, well, either Black Wall Street or we're
Right.
talking about the Black Panther Party movement and all of that. Right. That was like 50, 60 years ago. Long time.
Mhm.
Now, what do we have now?
What do we have
Right.
now?
So
Right.
then with that goes into to different things. I did, you saying, people stay out of prison 100%, but
Mhm.
also education. You don't necessarily have to go to college and get
No.
all that, but the education of things what
Yep.
you don't know.
Yep.
Well, we're living in this country right? But a lot of us don't even know how the government even operates or runs.
At all. We
So
don't
you
even know
don't
the
know
three things. Yeah.
if you sit down to play a game of Monopoly and you don't know how to play, you're probably gonna lose.
True.
I know where to go. I know where to get my $200. Wait, you get $200 every time? Oh, you didn't know that? People don't, they're not going to tell you. The ops are
No,
not going to
no.
tell you
Yeah.
how to play the game because they're trying to win too.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So now you sit over here, all right, well, cool. Let's switch it to a different game. Just be on your show. We're playing spades. My partner can't play spades. We ain't talking to one another.
Wow.
So I'm not giving you information that can help us
And
win.
y'all gonna lose because I know how to play
Because
spades.
you know how to play. You and your partner know how to play.
Well, we tight. We know how to play.
So
Y'all out of
information,
luck.
you have information. You know, brother, let me tell you something, man. You know, let me tell you how to get somewhere. Now, granted, the person got to be open to listen to it.
Exactly.
But if not, still, you know, I mean, I'm not charging you nothing. If you willing to listen, I'll tell you whatever you want to know.
Right.
You know, so now because you rise, I rise too.
Exactly.
And that's the part that messes up the program because now we have a lack of information. Now we have a lack of knowledge, and there's, especially with the internet, there's so many things that is that true? Is that real? Did that happen?
Right.
Didn't happen? And so many things. And rather than do the research and have the knowledge on something,
Right.
Man, I'm just gonna take it for right here and
Right.
go from there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So when it comes to politics, when it comes to businesses, when it comes to all these type of things that are out here, you know, anybody right now that's watching, look around your house, wherever you go, and you point to all the things that Black people, you know what I mean, ain't that many.
Yeah.
When they go to a fast food restaurant, Taco Bell, Burger King, all of that, none of that's ours. I go into a grocery store, they got a section in the grocery store that's kosher, right? We ain't got no section for that.
That's right.
We got to go to an African.
You got to go to a specific spot, and if you can find that,
if you can find it,
if it stays open.
Yeah. If it stays
if
open.
it stays open.
You're right.
My great grandfather lived to be 107, and he said this: segregation was the worst thing that ever happened to Black people. I mean, desegregation.
Desegregation.
That's what I meant to say. I apologize. He said that desegregation was the worst thing that happened to Black people. And where I completely agree with and understand that is if we got our own, we have to police ourselves. We have to govern ourselves. We have to monetize and do all of these things for ourselves, self-sufficient. Think about it. Like you said, look around your house. The clothes, the shoes, who are the benefactors of the money that's being spent in order to just live? Who's benefiting? Every time you spend $1, think about where that dollar's going. Even if it's a candy bar, who's benefiting off this dollar? Off this $1?
You left a preacher off your list of things that you want to add.
You know, it's funny you say that.
Probably left that off the list.
It's funny you say that.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Somebody been putting that, telling me.
Wait, y'all got that in common too?
Because you never know. It might be in there. But
wait a minute, I did forget to say military.
Yeah. Oh, you
said that.
I said it? Okay, cool.
That.
Right.
What branch, brother?
Marine Corps.
Army.
Yeah.
Army. Sorry about that.
It's all good. Maybe I can't be Marines. Look. When it comes to us being together and moving towards something, it's so difficult because I'm gonna talk to us for a second here. If you have a business and I come to your business, then I expect it to operate a certain way. And I had a situation, and I had hired this brother to come in and record a set for me. You know what I mean? He come. I went to him because that was the brother. I'm gonna put my business towards that. Cool, right? He comes out, got the camera set up, everything like that. I'm like, cool. He said, all right. He goes to record it. You know how it is. It's a full house, 400 people, 500 people at a comedy club.
Oh, yeah.
I can't just do it again, bro.
Right.
Get to the whole thing, come to the end. Then he says, well, you know, I just, you know, I got it all on my cell phone. And I said, well,
and you paid him?
I said, well, no.
Oh, okay.
I was going to pay him.
I
said, whoa. I said, bro, why are you? He had a regular camera and he cut in his stuff because one of the cameras didn't work or whatever it was. I said, bro, why would you not tell me that? For one, you don't think I'm gonna notice the difference between this and that?
Wow.
He was like, well, I mean, you know, you're just trying to capture it anyway. I said, well, no, I ain't just trying to capture it. I want this for other reasons. Yeah. But then we had a disagreement because I didn't want to pay him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then it was, oh, see, man, that's how black folks be.
Ah,
I said, what you, bro? What are you talking
that's how
about?
black folks be.
You, my dear, did not do what you were
Right.
supposed to
If I'm
do.
paying you to do a job,
I need the service.
I need you to do the service
Yeah,
that I'm
and
paying for.
I'm not of the frame of mind of those one of those people where it's like it's a black business. You should just take whatever crap they're giving to you.
Wow.
If they're rude, if they're late, if they're not providing good customer service, if they are, if the establishment is not clean like that, if it's whatever, you should just go to Mama Sue's or whatever, because they're black. And I'm like, no, because the same way I'm gonna return something that's not the right thing back to
Mm.
Amazon, I'm gonna return it back to Mama Gigi's over
Mhm.
here too,
Yeah.
Mhm.
because Mama Gigi need to get it together, just like
Yeah.
Amazon need to get it together. I'm not gonna let Amazon sell me like some beat up broken thing. Why would I let her sell me something?
100%. And this also goes on both ends of the scale. I got a business. My man comes to me, hey, bro, what you know? You got a little hookup on me? Bro, I can't keep the lights on, my guy.
Ah.
Like, listen,
Oof.
man,
Yeah, pay
I
full
charge
price.
$19.99
So
for a
Yeah,
this is what it
reason.
pay
costs.
full
Yeah.
price for the
So, I mean,
yeah.
and granted, I mean, maybe we can do something, but I can't get off the ground if I keep putting deals out. Then, well, man, what happened, bro? Why you shut down?
Yeah.
Because I kept giving deals, and if
Yeah,
I don't give a deal, oh man, you
ain't nobody
sold
gonna
out.
support. Yeah,
See, here's the thing. What's that gentleman, Keith Lee, or the
yeah,
guy
yeah, yeah.
Keith Lee? He was going to restaurants
Mhm.
and kind of giving them a grade, and they didn't know he was per se
Right.
scoping out the restaurant
Right.
to
Mhm.
discuss. And the thing is, it's so ironic that our people take pride in subservice. If that's the word I
Mm,
want to use, let me explain
yeah.
a little bit.
Subpar service.
Subpar service. I
Mhm.
remember being a kid, and this is something we really got to work on, folks. This is why I say staying out of jail and getting educated. When I remember being a kid, and with all of us black students, again, I grew up black, so just in the school, if you were a boy and you made A's, people were like laughed at, oh, this is a nerd. He make A.
Nerd.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Nope.
so let's just start with that. This is the type of mentality and culture that starts even as a kid. So you don't want to do your best. My daughter, straight A student, she goes to Marcus Garvey private school. She went to a public school for about, it was a transition. She had to go to public school for maybe 3 or 4 months, and the kids at the public school were literally picking on her because she was smart.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, and again, these same people, let's talk about them as adults, owning restaurants,
Mhm.
owning stores, owning shops. So they're going to come in with the CD mentality, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
They don't come in with, okay, I was like for example, I bet you was a good student in school.
I became a good student in
But when
school.
I read your write-ups, like honestly, it's so detailed. It's like there's no stone left unturned when you send out an email. It's like everything is line by line, dress right, dress. Now, I've gotten emails from other people that I work with. Yo, dog, 7:30 at the so and so. You can see the communication is
Mhm.
very C level and below.
Yeah.
And your level of communication, as far like I said,
Mhm.
it's something simple as an email.
Yeah.
How does this email read? How is
Right.
this information presented to me?
Mhm.
And so what happens is we lose a step, with
Yeah.
our businesses and stuff, because we're so busy trying not to make an A to impress our friends, that when it comes time to apply, because see, what people don't understand is education is one factor. What it is, when
Yeah.
you learn how to think and you know how to process, and you put that type of effort into your schoolwork, what happens
Yeah.
is when you hit real life,
Exactly.
boom, you have that same type of ethics. And it's obvious with our people that, again, you were discussing businesses. We were talking about the gentleman Keith, who goes and looks at people's black people's businesses. It's obvious that these people were C to D students because their
Yep.
business is ran on a C to D level.
Yeah. Yeah. That. Oh man, that's good. I actually was just talking to my daughter and I was telling her, I'm like, the reason why I'm so hard on you and I
Mhm.
want you to be so detailed with the things that you say. Like literally when you send an email to a teacher, they should not have any questions about what you're
Mhm.
asking,
Mhm.
because I was a person who was not able to communicate clearly, and it used to get on my nerves.
Mhm.
Like I used to hate the fact that like I was always misunderstood,
Mm.
because I was like, maybe what I'm saying just is not
Mm.
clear. Like there was a lot of other stuff mixed into the reason why I couldn't communicate clearly, upset, frustrated, all that stuff, you
Mhm.
know? And what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to improve the way that I talk to people, even from like high school, because it was a lot of scenarios and a lot of situations that I did not get because I was not able to advocate or speak up for
Mm.
myself.
Wow.
And so that's kind of where my trying to improve and get into Toastmasters got into.
You still in Toastmasters?
No, I am not. I
Ah,
did that
Toastmasters.
yeah.
long
You
years
did
ago.
Toastmasters too, brother?
We'll get into that a little later.
Okay, okay.
I did that long years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did it to try to improve myself. I did it when I was in college.
Okay.
Right.
And I was
Yeah.
just like, you know what? I got to get better at this. Like, I'm scared to talk to people. I'm scared to talk about what I, yada, yada, yada. But long story short, the reason why those details are important and the reason why I was telling her that it's important is because you need to be able to make good life decisions.
Mhm.
Right now, people who are, or her age and in her generation, are having a difficult time being able to make decisions and getting stuck and upset and frustrated because there's a tough decision that has to be made. They're getting frustrated and they're getting upset because things are not just easy, because what they
Mm.
get every day is instant.
Right.
Instant on social media.
Instant.
What they're getting is instant, like,
Instant.
somebody's making their food for them.
Mhm.
Somebody's telling them what to do, what
Mhm.
decisions, what clothes to wear,
Mhm.
and things like that,
Yeah.
because social media is driving what you do and how you think and how you're
Absolutely.
becoming as a person.
Absolutely.
And so I'm like, you need to be able to pull away from that. And that's one of the things that we even prayed for when we were
Mm.
doing our little prayers. I was like, hey, God help her with critical thinking
Mhm.
and decision making skills, because I don't want you to be able to get into this world and operate with that CDD mentality
Wow.
because you couldn't even make a
There
decision,
you go.
because you couldn't even put the effort in to
Mhm.
go the extra mile and ask for what you actually need
Mhm.
or ask for what you know is going to be required for this thing to happen.
Mhm.
And it's so real.
Now, let me chime in with that because of what you said. So, education, some parents just send your kid off
Oh, no.
to school
Right.
and that's it.
I don't got time for
And
that.
then complain, well, they ain't teaching you that. Well, you
Ah.
teach it to them. If there's
Mhm.
something that's missing, now, of course, by law,
Yeah.
your children have to be in school. That's the
Right.
law,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
But when that child comes home, then I start hearing other reasons. And I understand people have different lifestyles and
Mhm.
and certain things, money, all that. I understand that, but you didn't have to say that to your daughter, but you did got to say it to your daughter
Yeah.
because this helps build them into being a more uh
I need
a
you to be
better
able
adult.
I need you to be able to live life independently and without
Mhm.
being frustrated because I didn't let you know or I didn't tell you which decision to make, which insurance provider to choose, or which bank to go with. I need you to be able to decide on your
When
own.
it comes to things that most, I would say, public schools, I didn't learn about credit. I didn't know what
Me
that
neither.
was.
Me
No,
neither.
no,
Nobody.
You know,
no.
That's right.
nobody really taught me that. And
Mhm.
so then if you're in the household with your children, let me teach you what credit is
Yes.
before you get credit and
Yeah.
before you mess it up like
Yeah.
I did.
Right.
You and me
You know what I
both.
mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now it's too late. Now I'm sitting all these years. I don't really understand.
Mhm.
Man, you get to college, man, and the guy with the little table.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hey man, we give you $10,000.
$10,000.
Oh my God, for the little
Whoo!
pizza gift
Man, I
cards or
got
whatever.
I got hats
Right.
and shoes, and they get this bill. Like, hey, what's this? Hey, what you? Hey,
What's
you
Listen,
gotta
this?
pay
for
that
free
money back.
pizza. I'm signing up for a credit card.
Right.
Because
For
when
free
you
pizza.
don't have the information and you don't have the knowledge, that you're more likely to walk into a trap. So if we're all standing outside the edge of a jungle, and I know there's some quicksand in that jungle,
There you go.
and if I don't tell you it's there, what's gonna happen?
You're gonna fall in that
You're gonna fall right
quicksand.
in the quicksand.
into it.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. So I feel like that is all in line with this thing that I was watching. This guy called the Wallstreet Trapper.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I watch him.
He was out there. I just realized and learned about him this week.
Oh, really?
He was
Okay.
like on a show with B. Simone.
Okay.
And I watched that interview and I watched the whole thing. I never watched these people's stuff the whole way through because sometimes it gets a little boring. That's why I be trying to improve mine so it don't get
Sure.
boring.
There you
Like
go.
Yeah.
in 15 minutes, you be like, you know what, I'm done. That's
Yeah.
enough. Y'all done talked enough. But so I watched this one from start to finish because it was so engaging. Not trying to pub them, but because of the things that he was saying in line with what we're talking about.
Mhm.
Because he was talking about how like he then went to jail. He spent
Yep.
10 years in prison.
Yeah.
He started off as I think he was selling drugs or something like that. And then he got some girl set him up. He got caught. He went to jail 10
Yeah.
years
It
or
happens.
whatever. And so now, once he's gotten out, he's dealing with like trust issues with women. He's
Yeah.
having a
Yeah.
hard time
That
being
makes
able
sense.
to calm down and be settled and things like that. So there's distrust within the Black community, but then he decides that he wants to turn it around. So he starts while he was in prison, this white guy, he was in there for like a white collar crime. He was like, see, y'all doing the wrong thing. Y'all in here for the wrong reasons. You got 10 years for killing somebody who robbed you or whatever. And I have 10 months because what I did was, what did the guy do? I forgot what he said. The guy did something white collar. He ended up stealing some kind of money or misappropriating funds, something like that, white collar, but he only got 10 months. And when he gets out, while he had to pay a fee, whatever fine came along with that, he still has a couple millions of dollars in the bank.
Wow.
That he still gets to keep.
I'm doing them 10 months. I'm sorry. When I sign up, I got 10 months. Give me a couple of mil. I do 10 months. Hey, kids, I'll catch y'all in 10 months.
But
Daddy on the come up.
while he was in there, this man taught him how to invest, taught him the stock market. So, they only going to teach you so much.
Right.
But, so he taught him what he knew. And then when he got out, he was like, all right, let me study some more. Let me make sure I understand. So now what he does is he teaches other people how to do it in the Black community. But of course, he already acknowledged that with us, we have to break down the mindset of how we already operate and how we're scared to invest in something that we can't see.
Yep.
How we're afraid to do something with a mentality that's like, what if I lose it all? But what ifs?
But those same people go to Vegas. I'll stop right there.
And wear it out. Wear Vegas.
So Vegas, the stock market, in its base level, is basically the same thing.
Because they want instant gratification.
Stock market, I like that.
Really, because they want that instant gratification. They want to put it in. They want to push the button. And they want to hit. They want it instant.
That's
they
their social
not willing
media.
to put in that time and that work. Man, when you cook, it's funny. When you microwave a meal, it's one thing, but when you cook it and season it and let it simmer and let it get hot, let it get cool and stir it, it's different.
Yep.
Different. Like if you microwave grits and you cook grits, you know the difference in the taste. I'm just saying.
Grits is crazy.
That's my whole point.
Microwave grits are good. Don't sleep.
When I was
Don't
sleeping,
Don't sleep. Because listen, sometimes as a parent, you got to make stuff fast because you don't got a whole lot of time. So you gotta make it work. Hold on, not too much on the grits.
Mom, these microwave grits?
These is microwave grits.
These is microwave grits.
You gonna slam them grits like you slam everybody else's. Not too much.
We was at Sonshine House, man. She made some microwave grits. For real?
Not all the time.
That's how she doing.
Dang. She can turn herself on.
Oh, that's why she's single. No. Shots fired, but it was a joke, though. I'm a comedian.
That's what he think. Period. Anyway.
That's what he think. No, joke.
Look.
Well, hey, some guys like microwave.
But so when it comes to the stock market, and that is challenging to learn that.
Yeah.
And with going to Vegas, I mean, the easy games at a slot, you got to put 11.
It has a lower point of entry.
But the wins are lower.
Exactly.
So you start talking about, like other games take a little more. You got to learn the game. You got to learn how to play blackjack. You can't just get up there and play. You have to learn how to play that game.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to play baccarat. Other areas of the casino, those that have ever been in a casino.
It's a real cold game.
What's baccarat, y'all?
It's an Asian game.
It's like, I don't get it. It's like it's like a card game.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's real deep.
But
you gotta learn, like he said.
You can learn.
Yeah.
If you go to craps and shooting dice is not quite the same. You know what I mean? So
time and chance with that.
But even still,
I don't even know how to do that. Like,
you
how do you win? How do you win?
You got to get that 7.
Yeah, 7, 11. Then you go back, you got to match the point. Anyway, but the point is that
one day.
if you don't know, if you went in the casino and went on one of them tables, you're probably going to lose because you don't. Everything goes back to knowledge. And
everything goes back to the table.
So if you don't know how to do that, then hey, man, I don't go to Vegas, man. Well, why is that? I don't understand that stuff. It's the same way as saying I don't invest in the stock market. Well, why is that? I don't understand with stocks or mutual fund. I don't know what that is. Like, what does that even mean? So I'm not gonna bother learning it,
right?
Because it maybe isn't as glamorous as it is in Vegas. But also the way in the world that we live in, they start putting Vegas into children's minds.
Yes.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Las Vegas.
Yes.
The casino.
Yes.
And they frame it the same way.
Absolutely.
It's the same way. So now as a child, it's wheeling in your mind. It's just what it is. What they don't do.
Everything starts in your kid. The foundation. That's your foundation. That's
so what you learn and what you grow up with. My mom always taught me this. My daddy always taught me
Right,
that.
right.
Whatever it is,
And that stuff sticks with you.
sticks with you.
Exactly.
Even though I didn't want to hear it at the time. Oh, what you talking about? I don't want to hear all that.
Yeah.
And then you get in that situation like,
You
yo,
go,
I
boom.
thank God I had somebody that would tell me that
And put you up on game. Yeah.
when I needed it. But
Right.
Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is good. Y'all, so this falls in line with a lot of what I have been thinking and what I've been trying to do. Like I was already having conversations with my guy.
Since you back that, you
Shots
hear me?
fired back.
In regards
I got a
to-
man.
Shots fired back with my guy.
In regards to like, you know,
Nothing
some
you
conversations.
can do, nothing you to my guy. Go ahead with your guy. Go ahead. My bad.
I mean, you clearly been fighting all day.
I
Got
know,
your
right?
knuckles covered up and everything.
Look, I failed.
So
I'm
you came
old.
here.
And I failed. Okay, that's my excuse.
How
It's
you
the truth.
fall?
Look, it was raining and I slipped and I hit my hand and I had to cover up because it's low.
See, the first
Sure,
rule of
sir.
Fight Club,
And don't tell.
you don't talk about Fight Club. So
Yeah.
clearly what you just said there.
Hey, and I'm wearing the shades. Hey, and
And
I'm
you
wearing
wearing
the
the
shades
shades.
to cover the black
You
eyes.
watch
Don't
any
tell
boxing
me.
match.
Nah, it's
After any boxing match, you see the hands be cut up and they got glasses on.
Right.
Just saying, bro.
That's all I'm saying. You came here ready to fight.
Lip low key busted. Oh,
Right,
hold on,
right.
hold on. Yeah, y'all. So
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Oh,
Nah,
man.
it's cool.
It was a good fight.
Yeah,
and in the
yeah,
third
yeah.
round, I felt I had him.
I just started beating his fist with
I
my face.
felt
I don't know why.
that.
Oh, you failed?
That's what
I
Method.
did.
Who said that?
Somebody said Method Man.
Somebody said that condolences to whoever's or we are sorry for this time where somebody's face was beaten up on Method Man's hands or something like that. It was real funny. But then I
Yeah.
saw pictures later.
Yeah.
It looked like Method Man got
Method
hit
looked a
behind.
little
one.
rough.
Yeah, they were saying Method Man beat the dude up, man. I was like, no, that dude
No.
fought
I don't
back.
know, but them
Look-
pictures look
That,
look
the
at that
picture looked like Method got a little bump.
That dude fought back. And it was, and you know what, low key, I did a little a reel about that. You know, it was about his daughter, right?
Oh no,
yeah,
I did
it
not
was
know
about
that.
his daughter. This was his daughter's like ex or something like
Oh,
that.
God.
So it was some kind of way they ran into each other in the gym, and all I gotta say, y'all daddies better stay in y'all place.
See, he's
Get
still,
out people's
in
business.
Method Man head,
He's
he's
still
still
Wu-Tang.
30, 20.
He's still
and stuff
Wu-Tang.
like that. He's still Wu-Tang Clan.
He's still Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang forever. What you talking
Yeah,
about?
he's still Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang retired. Relax, bro.
But he 50.
You are a
But he
grandfather.
50. Tello.
It's still
Relax.
forever. Forever is forever.
Yeah.
You know, you don't stop at a certain age, but
He in the gym. He think he's still invincible.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you do what
Dude,
you do.
popped him with a couple of them shots because his face telling a whole different
Yes,
story.
it is. Because that face
Yeah.
did not say this was just sweatless victory.
Right.
No.
For those that don't know, there was a story about rapper Method Man. An actor. And he got into a fight, and there's pictures on different TMZ, different websites of him looking very battered.
Yes.
And all of that. So for those that don't know what we're talking about, like, what was I talking about? You know?
Remember that song? He say, "I came to bring the pain," with the pain
Exactly.
got
Came
brought to
you.
him. I got flipped
Right.
on him a little bit, and I love Meth, you know.
Yeah,
but
Meth is one of them
he
dudes,
took
man.
that. He took that fade.
Yeah.
I ain't
So
gonna lie.
do y'all feel like you're still valued as protectors as men?
Oh.
Like, do you still feel like fighting for your daughters and your wives and stuff like that? Or like just feeling
I
generally
fight for
like
all
you
my
need
wives.
to
No, I'm
protect
just joking.
the women in your
I fight
life?
for all my wives.
all your
I'm kidding.
All trio.
All my wives. No, I'm just joking around. Not for my children, definitely.
Mhm.
However, when they reach a certain age, it's as if, you know, hey, you got to make your own decisions. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I raised you. I gave you standards. I gave you values. I was an example of what a good real man should be. So if you make a decision to go and frolic and date with a certain character of gentleman, you understand what I'm saying? What I can do is give you my 2 cents and my opinion. I have 30-year-old twins,
yes.
daughters.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
think as based on your question, and there's a thing that a lot of ladies need to be going on for a minute. The I don't need no man.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
So
Ooh.
if you keep telling somebody,
Mhm.
I don't need no man, I
What
don't need no
happens?
man.
They gonna
happens?
think you
You
don't
know
need
what?
them.
You know what I'm gonna start doing?
Listen.
I'm gonna start listening. Oh, we don't need no man.
Got it.
You open my door? Well, no,
You don't need no man.
Oh, he this man disrespect me, but you don't need me
You don't need-
because you don't need no man. It
Well,
ain't pick and choose
but-
when you need a man when you
but-
don't need a man. Go ahead,
But I got a question.
talk about it.
Mhm.
What about those of us who have never said
Said that?
that? Like ever.
You
Like,
are in a
not
class
even
by
thought it.
yourself.
Like I've
True.
never even thought it.
You heard what I just told her?
Yeah.
It's very few of you.
There are
Let-
exceptions
let's-
to
to
every
every
rule.
But let's do a synopsis of what the gentleman just said, and I respect women such as yourself because even like on my platform, it's first thing a woman say, "Oh, that's not every woman." I get that.
Mhm.
However, let's talk about the reality of dating Are you single, brother?
No.
Okay, so you lucky, you blessed. I'm single. I'm out here in these streets. Okay,
Right.
so let's talk about these streets for a minute.
What? Okay.
Go ahead. What,
I was about to say I thought you wasn't single. What happened?
well,
Something changed?
I've always been single.
Don't
Oh,
destroy the
Since the
game.
kids broke
I
up.
guess I should mind my business.
Well,
Okay,
see,
go ahead.
now I play online like I got a girl.
Oh, okay.
Those are sketches.
Oh, those are sketches.
Yeah, those are
See, that's
comedies.
why you laughed at
I'm
me
gonna
when
start
I
using
sent that
that.
text message.
Maybe
It was
them
like,
sketches.
we should do something with you and your girl on the podcast. And you just sent a laugh and didn't say nothing else.
'Cause that's not my girl. She's my friend,
Okay.
but she's not my girl.
Okay. Praise the Lord.
I'm very single.
Okay.
So yeah, and I
Sketches.
enjoy being
Stop
single.
them sketches.
Yeah,
But
girl.
I didn't know.
It's just like porn. It's not even real. Anyway,
Oh.
it's like porn.
Hey,
It's not even real. It's not even real. But no, like let's just talk about dating.
Mhm.
When you know, and rest in peace, Kev. Women hated him, but he was just so real with getting the words you used earlier about Hispanic people. He was trying to get women in general to not be delusional. Just give you an example of what I'm talking about. When women give their checklist, 6 figures, 6'3", abs, just all of these expectations of, per se, a man that really honestly, the existence of him is when you cut down, okay, the average height of man is 5'9". So automatically, with you saying you want a man 6'3", think about the percentage of men that you've already cut out of the
Mhm.
opportunity to be with you. You want a gentleman making 6 figures, right? Well, let's look at how many people do make 6 figures. That cuts out an entirely different, more
Mhm.
percentage. Then you know, you want him to have abs, you want this, you want that. So by the time you get down to this perfect man, this Frankenstein that you've created, you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He doesn't exist. And when he does exist, guess what? Somebody else already got him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's about, you know, especially when it comes to relationships and the things we talk about, how we teach our kids and stuff like that. You know, I'm not sitting here saying accept a bum, but you got, like, I saw a show where a woman said she wouldn't date a plumber. You know how much money plumbers make?
Listen.
You understand? She wouldn't date an electrician.
Listen.
You know how much money electricians make? You see what I'm talking about?
Especially if they're contracting.
You feel me?
Listen.
So that's what I'm
Money.
saying. Like have a get down off your high horse a little bit and step into reality and realize that everybody's human. And like this man said earlier, everybody trying to win.
What they also got to realize is they got to wake up and realize that the Real Housewives of Atlanta is fake. Okay?
It should be called a fake.
And that is
fake Wives of
not
Atlanta.
your standard of living.
Absolutely.
Trying to be like Nene Leakes and all these other people should not be your standard of living.
Absolutely.
Like these people are paid to portray what you see on the screen. This is not real life. All of this crap is fake.
Yeah.
And so you out here trying to go to the Dominican Republic getting a botched BBL because you want to look like whatever they look like.
I broke up with a girl because of that.
Because she got a BBL.
No, not because she got one. She's wanted to get one.
Because she got a bad one?
No, she wanted to get one. She wanted to get one. No, we was dating and stuff, right?
What?
And see, I'm in the streets.
Girl,
so I
you use
can't-
Fixaflat and Drano on my stuff. Oh my God, Drano.
See, I'm in the streets, so I'm out here dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and again, I'm almost 50. So the young lady is my age, right?
Okay.
And I'm sitting up here. You got to understand, a person who's had open heart surgery to save their life.
Got you.
Right?
Mhm.
It's like, okay, I had surgery to save my life,
Got
and
you.
she had the nerve.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
She compared.
Yeah. That's why I started laughing, y'all,
That-
because she was
no.
like,
You had
That's not the
surgery.
same
she said,
thing.
she literally, okay, case
Get
in
it
point,
work.
why she's no longer even, I'm not even dealing
'cause
with
I
her.
don't even see. I need to. Okay, going back to what you were saying with women who don't like nerds, that was never me.
Okay.
Because I can't have a man that I can't have a conversation with.
Good
That's
stuff.
a comprehensive
Good stuff.
conversation.
Good stuff.
Like I need to be able to talk to you and you understand words. Period. Like if
Words.
like I have very little tolerance for people who can't understand things that are like just base level understanding things. So if I'm talking about just period, like, yeah, let's just try to make sure that we are making our payments on time so that we can both have our credit together because we want to have this goal over here. So I don't know how to set up my auto payments. You know who?
Wow.
That doesn't work for me.
Got it.
Like I need you to be able to take care of yourself.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I can take care of myself. So that when we get together,
Woo.
the things that we want to do together,
We'll be
we
able to
both
operate.
have an understanding of how to do whatever.
Yeah.
So her not being to have a basic understanding of something that is life altering or
Yeah.
life threatening
Yeah.
to be operated on versus something that's cosmetic?
She literally, y'all had to hear it. She was like, how'd she put it? She was like, "Well, I supported you during your surgery." And I was like, "What?" If I didn't have
That's
surgery,
crazy.
I was going to die, boo.
I would no longer be here. But you literally
Well,
want to spend
surgery.
right, but
What?
expecting me to. I was like, "Sweetheart, I'm good." So we literally just parted ways. But I just couldn't fathom. And like, so you just basically understood how I felt. Like using my imagination, you're comparing getting a BBL to a person being rushed to the hospital for emergency heart surgery.
This is what the hell season. I told you.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like,
This is what the hell season.
Now I will say this about getting things to your body, because I saw an interview with Lil Kim once, and it really put things into perspective. And she said, if anybody had the money and you could fix whatever you wanted to fix about you, would you do it? And she said, I'm guaranteeing that most of y'all, you got an extra 50 grand laying around that you don't really need, and you got a big old nose and want to make it a smaller nose or whatever you're doing, you probably would do it. And I was like, I never thought about it like that. Oh, and she said, well, of course you say that because you can't afford it anyway. So it's, if you have the extra money to do that, those people can say, yeah, I'm not doing that.
The only thing that I would do is get this tooth over here.
Whatever it is.
That's all I was
teeth. It's funny.
Whatever it is.
That's all I need.
I literally said to myself when he was saying that,
This
well, I would
little
get some
tooth,
tooth. I would get my teeth fixed.
Right.
This one back here that nobody can really see. Would it bother me? I need to get it fixed.
But for each person, there's different discrepancies of what you look at. For you, it might be your tooth. Somebody else, it might be their size.
Like you said,
it could be their skin.
But see, here's my thing. Lil Kim is a horrible example. Yeah, because I mean,
at this point, she might be addicted.
Wow. Well, yeah. So
she used to be actually very attractive.
Very pretty.
Naturally.
Yeah, very pretty.
The first surgery that she got, she had to get that surgery because her boyfriend broke her nose.
Oh.
Then it was more money's coming in.
Why not?
Well, you know what? This chin's looking a little crazy. Let me go ahead. Well, you know what? The chin don't match the cheekbone. Let me go ahead and do that. Well, the cheekbones don't match. And now you in it. Now you doing it.
Gotcha.
In the same way that Michael Jackson, when he first there's reasons of why things happen, then you get addicted.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So if you had a surgery taking pain medication,
the pain.
Now you're hooked on that,
yeah.
And now you're chasing that high. And then, well, how did that start? Well,
that's why they took me off Oxy. They said, during the surgery, when it was very painful, the second one was very painful. So I was taking Oxys to subside the pain.
Right.
And they started me. After a while, the doctor told me, Mr. Smith, we can't, because I was like, man, come on, I need drugs. They was like, the doctor told me, Mr. Smith, we're gonna give you extra strength Tylenol starting this date. They literally cut me off cold turkey from the Oxy after a few weeks. But man, come on, could you imagine having your chest bust open sitting in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was sitting there like, oh, give me the more dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, they gave me extra Tylenol because they even said, Mr. Smith, you will get addicted. And I low key I could see it because that was the only thing giving me relief. Let's go back to Michael. Michael's head got burnt. A lot of people don't, some of the younger cats don't remember that. I remember that when the Pepsi commercial was out
on fire.
And his that curl caught on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, man, could you imagine your head being burned? You see what I'm saying? So imagine the drugs he had to take. Again, like you said, he had to have. A lot of people don't know that after that he got his head burned. That's where Michael had started the surgery, because again, he had to literally get his head put back together. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So rest in peace to Mike, man. Greatest entertainer that ever lived. But again, people don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And let me say this, I'm not here to bash anyone that does enhancements.
Right.
It's just, for me, it's not for my taste and personal liking. Right. I feel that God gave us. But it's funny that we're having this conversation. Do you guys know that in China, it's like, it's normal
To what?
to having plastic surgery?
Oh.
Like, if you don't have plastic surgery, you're frowned upon. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's China. But look that up. Because if you notice, look at how Chinese people are looking now. It's literally like the norm there now.
Gotcha.
It's very normal. So again, like I said, I'm not here to bash or say this and that, but for me personally, my taste and liking, I believe that God gave you everything you needed when you came out your mama. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah, it's and here's how this goes. And this is right here. This is gonna be deep, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Anything is an enhancement if you put makeup on, that ain't your real skin. That's an enhancement. If you
Wow.
do anything to your body at all, that's
Got
not how you come out
it.
the womb.
Got
That's
it.
True.
that's an angle, it's a perspective, but
Uh-huh.
it's true. So
Yeah.
whether you're getting cut up or you say, you know what, I want my hair to be longer, and you go and get some, you still that's not
That's an
your head.
enhancement.
Mhm.
That's
Wow.
not your eyes. That ain't your eyelash. Whatever it is you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, it's not as extreme
And that's what I was
Right.
thinking.
because it's affordable to get eyelashes.
Mhm.
It may not be affordable to get another nose job.
Back to your point about if you had enough money,
If
would
you
you
had
do
enough
it?
money, would you do it?
So if I had enough money, I'd get a better weave. Yes. If I had enough money, I would get this tooth fixed. But I do not know that I would be going to get 360 lipo because
Yeah.
I keep thinking about Kanye Mama.
Yeah.
So every time I think about surgery, I think about Kanye Mama, and I'm like, I don't
And
want
not
to be
just
her.
her. Look at the
And
statistics.
everybody else.
And
Look
they
at the
told her not to
statistics.
do it.
They told her not
And
to
she
do it.
once she got to the doctor that would. Multiple doctors said, no, you can't survive this.
Yeah.
And she got to the one and said, sure, I'll do it. And then what happened is what happened.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, because you look online and you see and the stories pop up, but they're not the people. It's like it just, oh, lady died during this. And it just flashes by.
Right.
It's not promoted because
Right.
if people knew the dangers of that stuff,
Mhm.
that would mess up their business. And you know
Right.
how it is when it comes. Again, we talked about something earlier. People
Yep.
trying to win.
Yep.
They about their business. Trust me,
trying to make this money.
They trying to make that money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They at the bag.
They gonna make this money.
And if it costs Kanye Mama her life, still
Ooh,
got the bag.
Yeah. And that's around the world.
Yeah.
We was just in Mexico during Christmas, whatever, went to this newer resort. And the strongest department there on the resort was the sales department.
Wow.
Everybody else, they was kind of meh or whatever because it was a newer resort and they were trying to get their footing under them. So it was some things that, they hadn't really gotten together yet, which is why it was dirt cheap to go. But it was still it was, very good time.
Yeah.
But we went and we noticed that there were some things that could be better, could be improved or whatever. But the two best people or the two best departments there was the alcohol department,
Yes,
the little
Lord.
bar,
Yes, Lord.
and the sales department.
Wow.
Them salespeople, they speak amazing English. Them salespeople, they know how to make you feel like you are their best friend in the world.
Wow.
So do the
Hi,
bartenders.
The bartenders.
Because they getting tips
Out that
and
bag.
they getting commission.
Out that
Absolutely.
bag. They getting that bag. Out that bag, baby.
Because the money
Wow.
got to come in.
Woof. It's what floats the boat. Make
Exactly.
The
The
world go round.
money got to come in.
Yeah.
So with all of this stuff that's going on, like, how are how are y'all managing to maintain like your own level of peace? Because the fires thing, I'm not even gonna lie to you, that thing had me tripped out.
That's crazy.
Like, I was scared as heck.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And I was panicking, and I literally had to talk to my therapist and be like, girl, we need a conversation because I'm wilding right now. I am panicking. I have had an anxiety attack. Help me. Because it's a whole lot going on. This feels like impending doom and danger and yada, yada, yada. Help me. So what are y'all doing?
Coming from a veteran perspective, I want to say something. I know he can fully relate to this.
Mhm.
We ain't in control of nothing. Let's start with that. That's just that every to just boil it down to the grits. No pun intended.
Not the microwave.
Microwave grits.
But to boil it down to the nuts and bolts, the bare necessities, we are not in control. Let's start with that. Once we accept that, when you go to the military, he didn't have no control over where they were sending him, his orders. Am I lying, brother? You understand what I'm saying? So
You go with the team.
you go where they tell you to go. You do what they tell you to do. So that, in my opinion, what we dealing with is pure life. My heart deeply goes out to people lost their entire homes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
not just rich people.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Regular people, like
Right.
folks, losing entire. You got to think your mother's pictures, your grandmother's pictures,
Oof.
your birth certificates. Come on, we all live in this country, and you lose your stuff. It's just it can bother with your mind. However, let's talk about the reality of if you still got your life, you still got 10 fingers, 10 toes, you still got your legs and your arms, and you breathing, you winning.
Mhm.
So you have to be grateful for, and here's where I'm coming, the way I feel about all this stuff that's going on, the Trump, the fires, everything. And I hate to say this, and I know this sounds selfish, but after everything I've gone through, I take every day for what it's worth. One day, I literally live one moment at a time.
Mm.
That's how deep I have. Deep I'm going with these things. When you have gone through, like, imagine sitting in the hospital for 2 weeks straight. You saw one of the videos where you was laughing when I was doing my little
Yeah.
twinkle. I was just in the hospital having fun at a point. I was just like, I'm here. I can't go nowhere.
Mhm.
I have to go through this. Do you think I had control of that?
No.
Let me tell you about the night that I had surgery. Just real quick, when I got rushed to the
Mhm.
emergency room. I went to the doctor to do my EKG appointment. I'm in there chilling. Boom. I went to the gym, worked out, went to Jack in the Box, got a snack wrap, got home. It was getting about 6 o'clock. The Lakers was coming on that night. I'll never forget. I'm sitting up, boom, getting ready to watch the Laker game. Phone rung. Doctor, Mr. Smith. Yeah, what's up, man? As a matter of fact, I was dating a girl with the BB, trying to get
Mhm.
the
Oh,
BBL at
Yep,
the
yep,
time. Yeah,
yep,
it's
she was
funny.
yep.
I
there.
was dating
Yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah.
So that's the irony of me telling this story. So he was like, what are you doing right now? I was like, well, I'm about to do this. What's going on? He said, you need to get to the hospital. It was a Friday. Could y'all imagine a Friday night?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sitting up telling him, like, well, nah, man, he was like, Mr. Smith, I'm calling the emergency room right now to get them prepped. You need to get there right now.
Oh,
We saw,
gosh.
yeah. So I'm sitting there, and I was just like, dang. And they explained to me that my heart was in such bad condition that I'm sitting up watching the Laker game. I could have literally,
Died watching the Lakers.
you understand me? So I got rushed to the emergency room. They did all the checks. Doctor started coming in and stuff. So again, I said all that to say this: just like the fires, just like hurricanes, just like life, I'm in a reality of the fact that we are not in control of nothing. You think you are,
Mm.
but when it boils down, we're not in control of anything. So what we can control, but what could I do about the fires? What could you do about the fires? What could you do about the fires? You see what I'm saying? The government was in control of that. You understand? So it's painful, and my heart goes out to people. And I even volunteer. I've even done shows to give
Mhm.
money.
Yeah,
You know
Right.
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But at the same time, the reality is, I learned this from my mom. You really have to be a bit selfish sometimes. And when I say selfish, I'm not, again, volunteering my time and stuff like that. But I'm grateful to God for what I got today, because it could easily be going tomorrow. I could easily be like them. You
Mhm.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just got to live every day. As long as I'm breathing every day, and I got a couple dollars and I can get me a sandwich, I ain't gonna lie. Trump could be in office all day. That bacon still gonna taste like bacon. I'm
Yeah.
still, I'm still gonna watch a little TV. I'm still gonna enjoy my kids. What we have to do is, people get so into, oh my God, Trump in office, this going on, that going on. Settle down, be in your moment, meditate, and enjoy it. Oh, I want to say this real quick. It's a gentleman I know named 88. And he said, I asked him, I was like, what's the secret? He said, I don't care if it's Buddha, if it's Allah, if it's Jesus, even if you're an atheist, you got to take some time to be, to just be, meditate, be in that prayer. You always have to make time to see. We rumble through life. We wake up, boom, okay, this I got to go do this podcast with Sunshine. Then after the podcast, I'm get my kids, and then I get my kids. Then I'm gonna cook dinner. So where have you taken the time within that day, within that
Mhm.
24-hour time span, to stop, to literally just stop
Right.
and be for a moment? Don't worry about the kids. Don't worry about the podcast. Don't worry about what's in the account. I'm not saying don't worry about that, period. What I'm
Right.
saying is, you have to, the 88-year-old cat said, how I'm here able to walk around still doing for myself is, I take my moments. And when I take my moments,
Mhm.
I just sit there and I'm in it. You said something real good on one of your videos that I really liked.
Mhm.
Feel your feelings. I really
Oh,
like that.
absolutely.
I like that. That was
Absolutely.
really good. I saw
Yeah.
that. That was a real good one, Sunshine. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
that
lie. I
episode,
like
that
that
one
one.
had me in my feelings.
I
I
like that
was
one.
like, guys, we got
I
to
like
get it
that one.
together.
I like
That was
that one.
actually the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So what about you?
Um, I'm all about preparation.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know, you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So if I live at the base of a volcano,
Mhm.
I'm fully aware that one day.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna happen.
erupt.
So if I go through life like doop 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 doop, and when they blow, not panicking because I didn't have anything ready.
Mm.
If you live where you want to live, but be aware of where
Mhm.
you're living at.
Mm.
Yeah.
So when even with COVID, 'cause that affected everybody,
Everybody.
right?
Right.
When that happened,
No control.
you know, I was ready. I had my MREs. I got cases of water. I got water purification ready. So, well, if I can't go nowhere, all right, that's cool. This can sustain me for a certain amount of time. I'm not panicking because when you train in my training, when you panic, you make mistakes.
Absolutely.
Make mistakes. Now you put yourself in a worse off situation than
Than
it
you
was
already was.
beforehand.
Yep.
So some of those things, I mean, I'm aware that they say, hey, one day the big one could hit Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's earthquake, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that living here, I'm fully aware that earthquakes happen here more than probably anywhere else in the United States. I know that. I know that if I go to the Midwest, Chicago, Detroit, I know blizzards are going to be there.
Arctic weather.
I know that.
You know
if
that.
I go down to
Prepare.
the south, I know hurricanes. I'm
Coming.
aware of what's there, and I can't
Yeah.
control that.
Can't
So when
control
it happens, if I'm already prepared for that, and granted, just not to get you to panic, even in your home, okay, well, you know what? Let me, tell my kids, tell my girl, if a fire kicks off in this house, here's the evacuation plan.
Right.
So you're not running around and all of that.
Trying to figure out what to do.
What to do. So you know what to do. In the military, every day you're doing the same thing.
Every day.
Every single day.
Every
Why?
day.
Because when you click in,
It'll be second nature.
it's second nature because you did it so
Second
many
nature.
times.
Second nature. Second
Okay.
nature. You
So
ready.
you know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm not panicking,
Yeah.
and it's because when your crew, your troops, your kids, whoever it is, they look at you for
Yes.
what do we do, and you go,
Then
they
messes
panic.
everything
Yeah.
up.
Now we all did.
Yep.
And that's the same reason why they have those little drills at school where it's
Yes.
like you got to get under your
Preparation.
Why
desk.
bother going through that?
Or you gotta-
Because
Preparation.
when it happens,
Mhm.
you know exactly what to do. On both the Wilson, everybody, woo, hey, do you go down? You put your
Boom.
head down.
Get
You
under
know
the
what
desk.
Right.
you know what you're supposed to do. And the
Right.
same thing goes with different things. In life, there are things you cannot control.
Mhm.
You know that. What God gonna do what he want to do,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And if a tidal wave want to come and wipe out half of California, that could probably happen.
Absolutely. That's a risk we take.
Meteor come from the sky. All things can happen, but within a certain realm of just natural disasters and things like that.
Mhm.
Let me prepare for what could happen
Right.
and what couldn't happen.
Yeah.
I know that most folks probably don't know,
Mhm.
but you go to a grocery store. Can you imagine if a grocery store, if they all just shut off and just stopped having groceries there? What would you really do? Chaos. Chaos would happen.
Yes.
If you look in your cabinet, you ain't got nothing that can sustain you for a little bit.
Ooh, geez.
I mean, so the grocery store don't have any food there. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Well, I grow my own food. Food don't grow instantaneously,
No.
right?
Yeah.
And then even that
You
is
gotta
that
wait.
You can't
First of
3D
all,
print your food.
you gotta just take the Jetsons. First of all, you gotta know how to grow it.
Yes.
2, you have to land to grow it on,
Fertilize it.
and 3, you gotta wait for it to grow. So
Hello.
True.
a grocery store
And
is
you need
stocking
water.
every day.
Yeah.
A grocery store stocks product
Every day.
Yeah.
every day.
Every
Yeah.
day.
A grocery store, a busy one. We got Ralph's out here, or wherever you live at, Kroger or whatever.
Yeah.
If a grocery store stops stocking stock, it probably lasts. I mean, maybe be completely empty. Look at COVID. A week, maybe.
Ooh.
Shelves empty.
Yeah.
When people go into panic, people went into panic mode.
Yep.
Everybody rushed to the grocery store, buying everything up. You go up in there.
Y2K.
Yep.
People panic.
Y2K, it's going to be this big giant crash for the younger people to know what that is.
Right.
So
I
the year
forgot
90,
how long ago that was.
99.
I'm so
Yeah,
old.
you bring them in
I'm
too.
so old. God, dog,
Right,
I'm
you old sucker. So,
I
remember
bought a
Gremlins?
Y2K like it
This
was
dude right
last
here,
week.
boy.
Yeah, y'all don't remember Y2K?
Remember that man?
See, back in Y2K day.
Man, oh man, them jive turkeys. So when you have these
Shuck
other
and duck.
things, elements going around,
Yeah.
and your preparation and understanding that things can happen. A grocery store, everyone lives by one, and everyone, for the most part, you go to one. Wherever you get your stuff from.
Daily.
If that stops for whatever reason, what do you do?
Ooh, geez.
You see what I'm saying? So for me, I had to go during COVID. I went back home, to Michigan to my mama house, and said, "Well, these are purification tablets because you can live. Those that don't know, or you can go a long ways without food. You can go a couple weeks, even more than that. Water, you have to have water.
You have to have water.
So these purification tablets, you can purify whatever water is around. They got purification, these straws. I give her all of that. If you can't get to clean potable water, here's what you do. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why am I doing that? I'm
Preparation.
preparing. If this goes to the left,
Right.
that's that thing. Second thing is, mama, just know if communication gets cut off, I'm on my way. It may take a minute, but now that you know, And we all gonna
Just
meet up,
chill.
and we gonna meet up at this spot here.
Bam.
Why are we doing that? Because if it goes to the left, hey, the world is shut down. We don't know what's gonna go on.
We need to know. We need to be
Have the plan. You know, so that's how I look at and different things of that nature. Your preparation and the knowledge of where you live at.
Yeah.
Where do you go? Where don't you go? All those things play out.
See, that is helpful for me. Like, I am a planner. Like, it's very helpful for me to understand what the freaking plan is. Like, what do you need me to do? Or what am I expected to do? Or what should I do in this moment? If X happens, what should my Y be? You know what I'm saying?
And even when you're in a calm state, also in your little bag, whatever, or your area that the things are stored in. So the meal, the MREs, meals ready to eat, the water, the the tablets, and a book, survival book.
Oh yeah.
Ain't no internet. So if the internet cut off,
right.
You can't Google nothing.
No,
Either
you
know it or you don't know it.
I actually was gonna purchase one of those, and I was like, I think I'm being extra.
But see, but I'm saying though, I mean, you get one of those for $1. Right. We ain't reading books no more. Yeah. So because you're so reliant upon, why can the GPS something? What happens when that goes out?
You need a map.
If you have it, I'd rather have it and don't need it than need it and don't have it.
See, now y'all finna have me on Amazon buying
look,
a whole lot of stuff.
Once you get it, I got all those things. It's tucked away in the area. So, but I know where to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I ain't really worried about it. I mean, not to say that I'm just going carefree because I'm planning something out, because even that cannot happen. But no plan is
worse.
Recipe for disaster.
Yes, it is.
So there you go.
Yeah, and it's anxiety inducing.
It is.
So it seems like for men, it is more of a thing where like y'all are really chill when these things be going on, and y'all don't really get emotionally involved, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how that I don't know how that looks.
So
to not feel like, oh shit, what is going on right now? Like,
because this is how society in the world has at least in this country, I'll say that, men, your guy, something goes wrong, and he's burst out crying and screaming.
Laughing at
nothing.
Go ahead.
Your guy.
Her guy.
So
nothing you can do.
Call him Leroy. Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy.
I'm saying, but if that person is panicking and going crazy,
yes,
what are you gonna do?
That's right.
True.
Think about it.
So now,
think about it.
Men can't even cry like that.
Oh no!
You look weak, even though it's an emotion.
It's a natural emotion.
It's a natural emotion. It got to be something that so extreme that it's acceptable, and even that ain't too much crying.
No,
Hey man, this is my best friend. Yeah, he was a real one.
That's it.
Now, dang man, your mama passed away. Oh,
you allowed that.
You allowed that.
The one tear.
You allowed that.
Am I lying? Oh, bro, you on the
you
real.
Can't go to.
You got that one tear. Your mom passed, and you got one tear.
It's messed up.
Time out. This is where the anomaly steps in. Okay. Because like I'm cool with a dude crying or whatever, because I want you to. The one thing that I have said time and time again is that I want to be for my person, for the people who are in my area, whether it be my brothers, uncles, cousins, or whatever, my guy, whoever. I want to be able to be a safe space for those guys, because if crap is really shit's really happening in your life or whatever, and you are trying to be able to express it, if you crying, I have zero feelings about that for you. All I'm like, okay, cool. He feels vulnerable, or he feels free enough to be vulnerable with me. That's an honor for me.
Well, yeah. So, in my opinion, men can express emotion as long as it doesn't show weakness. So I can do anger. That's an emotion.
That's an emotion
all day long. I can flip over a
chair. And people are so
I'm good on anger.
Comfortable with that.
But but that's from men to women, men to men. That's acceptable,
right?
Crying or showing weakness is something that is frowned upon. As unfortunate as that is. So you look, oh man, this dude over here. You still crying?
Bro, you crying? Hey, dog, I know you ain't crying. I know you ain't crying.
Man, they just stole my car. What am I supposed to do?
I know you ain't crying, dog.
Come on, dog.
See, that's why they need a safe space, an anomaly woman, like somebody like me. Well, no, don't get, I'm not me, but somebody like me. Because we are okay with you being able to be human.
But see,
because that's human stuff.
Yes. but you only allow so much of that to happen.
What do you
Thank
mean?
you.
Only
I'm
allow
in
so
agreement
much?
with you,
What
bro.
do you
Yeah.
mean?
You can only that
Yeah.
man can only cry
He
so long
can't till you go. All right,
All right, come on now.
You gonna am I lying? It's gonna be a moment. She be like,
You know what? You're right.
nigga, you crying
So how
again?
about- how about
no,
this?
but I do that with me too,
Yeah.
though, because it's like, all right, it's enough.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
let's get past
that's-
this moment.
So
Enough.
So what you're saying is that there's a time limit.
With a limit.
But he said, but I'm just emotional
I'm just
about
vulnerable. I'm
I,
just vulnerable.
I need my time. No, that's enough. You know,
Look,
far
all right.
enough.
You finished?
You finished?
All right,
good?
Bro. All right, bro. All right.
You got
Okay.
to come on now.
But
But see, I might also be.
It's been 45 minutes. This nigga still crying.
This is
I'm not 45 minutes.
God
Still
dang.
crying.
Yo, mama died today. You
Bruh.
got more than 45 minutes. I'm sorry.
Listen, man, you got the wake and the funeral.
That's it.
No.
You gotta get it together.
I might let
Go
you
up to your
catch
own.
some- Yeah.
But see, that's why. So a lot of fellas will eternalize and we won't talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you get around some. Give you an example. How me and you can go on a road trip, LA to New York, not say one word to each other.
Not even.
Get there. All right, bro, let's do it.
Let's do it.
You and I go get in the same car.
Oh my God.
Get to New
Oh.
York.
Oh.
Oh, so now you want to talk.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
What you talking about?
Oh. Bro, you. Oh. I thought it was just me.
Who doesn't want to talk for 3 days in the car?
I thought it was just me, bro.
How about this?
Oh, my God.
How about this?
Oh.
If you tell me, hey man, what's wrong? If you say nothing, you know what that means?
Nothing.
Nothing's wrong.
Right.
If I ask you what's wrong,
The
and
way
you
she
say,
even says nothing lets you know something's wrong.
so
Nothing.
So look, literal. If you say nothing is wrong, and I go, you good?
All right, cool.
I'm back with the game plan, man.
I'm back playing Madden. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? You said nothing.
So you gonna ignore me?
Oh, you just ain't gonna.
So what you saying is,
You know how many times I've been in that situation and go, but wait a minute, you said everything was all right.
You said everything was cool.
You said you was good.
Well,
we want you
clearly-
to ask clarifying
Then just say something is
questions.
wrong.
Just say something's wrong.
We want you to-
What's wrong? Well, boom. No, it's.
Yeah.
I would rather you say, you know what? Right now, something is bothering me. I don't want to talk about it. Cool.
Right.
Then I know.
Then I'm
I'm
aware.
aware.
Right.
I don't have to guess. I don't have to
Yes.
think. I don't have to
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Oh, it's look. I'm right now. I'm dealing with something. Look, it's something that real. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you kind of and that lets me think about it and process it. You know what? She's dealing with something right now. Okay. And then as a man, what am I gonna do? If there's any, can I bring you some food? Can I cook you a meal? Can I rub your feet?
Interaction is
You
totally
see what I'm
different.
saying? Because now I'm aware.
So hold on. So what happens if I actually tell you
Uh-huh.
what's wrong with me? You say cool, we get off the phone and nothing else happens.
Well, see,
You gotta date somebody else.
Yeah,
I'm just-
that's something else right there.
Yeah, he's supposed to listen.
but for the most part, okay, I realize, men are very, very literal.
It's very
It's-
black and white.
because
with
how
us.
we communicate is, man, bruh, man, I don't want to cuss on here, but stuff is messed up.
Do
You
your
know what I
thing.
mean? Then it's like, I understand that. Okay, I got that. If I tell him nothing's wrong, I'm good, I'm cool, then that's it.
That's it.
Don't come back around the bed saying, man, let me tell you this.
you ain't gonna eat
But
dog.
you sound like something wrong. Like your voice sound like
I'm not
you're
reading into none of that. You
upset,
say he's cool.
frustrated. Okay.
Because we gonna
Because he
tell
already
you.
told me.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
as a man, he know he got to carry his own burden too. You see what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Men,
yeah. So I've heard that before.
Men, we have to deal
Yeah.
with it on our own. So,
Mhm.
for example, like the brother said, it makes so much sense. When my kids or my woman or the people around me, something's going on, I have to boom jump into military mode. I got to take care of this, take care of that. You got your food, you got your bags, you got this, and lead the way, lead the charge. Make sure that we good because they looking at me. But like he said, when women, let's go to this. How many words statistically do women say in a day as opposed to men?
A lot.
Do you realize it's about a
lot.
30,000 word gap? I'm so serious.
I wouldn't put it
It's
past
about
you.
so when he
Because y'all be being stingy with the words.
when he flipped me out when he said the ride to New York, because literally we could and from LA to New York we could sit there. I could sit there on my phone, not even on my phone, music playing, and I ain't even looking. I'm driving. He like,
Say
yo,
one word.
the only words we'll say, "Hey, bro, your
You
time to
hungry?
drive. It's
Right,
your
your
turn.
turn to drive?
Your turn to
Your
drive.
time to drive.
I gotta pee." Them the only words you gonna hear on the trip. Boy, let me tell you something. It's so funny. We used to do a lot of traveling growing up. And when my mom would drive, please, my dad be back there.
Right.
He'd be back there. He good. But when my that's when mama drive. But when my dad driving, this heifer, he be telling her, baby, get you some rest.
Relax.
What's wrong with you? She just, she ain't even driving, but she still.
Oh no, you don't got to tell me to get no rest. I'm going to sleep.
Well, my mama, she couldn't.
I'm
rest.
going to sleep.
She had to doze. She had to fall out, and then she wake up. Well, you know,
I
what
will
I'm saying?
provide as much assistance as I can. I'll make sure you got your whatever, your snack that you
my
need,
snack, my
your
little
drink,
half a
your
sandwich,
whatever.
There's an
my
anomaly
bread
there.
I'm going
roll.
to sleep.
Yeah, my chewing gum.
But it's
I'm
just
on a road trip.
it's a difference of communication, things like that. You know, I'm only gonna ask you so many times.
That's it.
You know, and then I'm gonna stop asking you.
Yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
you know, when it comes to emotion, anger, laughter, acceptable.
Right.
Let's just say you come, you know, you go over your guy's house, y'all live together, whatever it is. You walk in the room and he's sitting there, you know, and he watching a movie and just crying with a box of tissue. How would you look at that dude?
Now, see, I gotta defend that because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm the Lion King dude. I ain't gonna lie. Don't catch
look
me.
though.
Mufasa. I ain't gonna lie. I'm that guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But what I'm
I don't
saying
know how
is,
to, okay, so first of all, I wouldn't know how to take that because that's way outside of the norm.
Okay.
If this is how I met you, okay, then I might have some adjusting to do if that's something I want to pursue. But if this is not how I met you, and all of a sudden I'm
you go in the house and he just
I'm going in the house and you got this box.
I'm just
What
saying,
the fuck is happening right now?
and he said, "Listen, these are my
Are you
emotions,
okay?
My emotions.
and I'm just expressing my emotions
Nah,
because you
Mufasa.
only accept only so much.
Yeah.
No, because that sounds so terrible. But okay, go ahead.
So every time you watch a movie, he tearing up and crying.
Yeah.
Every time?
Well, some movies will get
They're
you.
emotional movies.
I done got a few times. See, I ain't gonna even try to run from it. I done got.
Now, granted, there are on some real stuff.
done got
There
got.
are some movies that I've teared up.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
However, it's only so many movies you're gonna allow him to tear up on.
That's not true.
If you see, I'm talking about the tissue blowing his nose like full blown crying.
But again, if that's outside of the norm, of course.
Oh.
If that's not your
You
norm,
been on the phone with your girl, he crying
this-
again. This fool is crying
He over here
again.
crying, child. Let me go.
Oh
on
my
with
God.
this. But this is a safe space, though. Okay,
It's safe.
you know what? Y'all
But you
not
better
finna
stop
run
crying.
this thing up in my face.
He crying, but you know,
I'm crying right
try
now.
to make him safe, but
Like,
God,
please.
oh.
Here you go again.
I'm gonna tell you a
No.
true story. It's this show. Everybody know it. It's a very popular show, Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
It was a character on there named Beth.
Mm-hmm.
When you, again, being an actor, when you can relate, when you watch TV shows, character development, right? So as you're watching TV, and most actors, I can speak for myself and any other actor probably can attest to this. When you're watching a TV show, you always kind of, which character is the most like you? You kind of put yourself, you know, you writing a character mentally for yourself. But as you're watching this TV show, you're emotionally invested. You're involved. So Beth died shockingly. It was like, boom, Beth was dead. I ain't even gonna die. My baby mom was in the bed, right? This was years ago. Baby mom was in the bed. She woke up, right? Beth had passed, right? So she was in the bed. And when she woke up, I was sitting there, and she literally was like, y'all women, what's wrong with you?
I already knew that was what
Hey, and let's say
I knew that was what she said.
But
Before
her whole get down was like
right.
Like,
what the hell?
what's wrong with you? And I just was like, you ain't see it. And she used to watch it with me, but she missed that episode.
But that's the one off. Let's say that's the 5th episode. He didn't watch it doing that.
Damn.
She ain't, you gonna come home and she ain't done no more.
Then he
Yeah.
got
Yes.
something. He got something. No, he got something else going on.
It's only so many
got something
times.
else
So many
going on.
cries. You gonna
It's only
get
so many
left.
cries. You get a cry ticket every year.
You get a cry. Ooh, one of your, yeah.
You get so many cries that your woman would allow you,
You
or
get a cry
society will
ticket.
allow you to do that.
You get a
Alone,
one-time cry
do whatever you want to do.
Right.
I know that my pops would go he would go to the garage. That was like his sanctuary.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, what is he
Man
doing there?
cave,
You know?
man cave.
He go in
He
there
in
and
there crying.
He probably in there crying.
You don't know what he go, but that's his. But again, that's in a way itself even bottling it up because you're not showing your emotions. You're experiencing it, but you can't give that vulnerability to anybody else to like they say, never let them see you sweat.
But see, for me, because I feel so much, I try not to feel in front of people. So I sometimes take it home too, because I don't want to be, like I said in that video, it's okay to feel your feelings and I'm setting myself free in that regards. But it's sometimes where even now still, I'll take my emotions home because I know that I'm not going to judge me for being pissed and needing to be able to release these tears.
No.
Yeah.
Somebody else might too.
Yes.
But I'm not going to judge me. So I'm going to go home, release these tears because I am very frustrated. I've had a crazy, crazy day and I need to let this out.
Let it out.
You know what I'm saying? So I go home and I do that. So I have a form of doing that too.
It's a release. Not just curious, how often are we doing this?
No, this is not every day.
Okay, I was just. I know it's not every day, but
it used to be every day. But
really,
you know, I've
you
been
were in a
able
dark
to,
space.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey,
Like,
bro, she crying again, man. I'm out.
But you know what?
But that's how they gonna be too.
No, but let's talk about the opposite of that. Like
yes,
dudes, we get real caring when y'all cry. You see your woman crying?
Yeah, you don't want to see that.
Why you look at me like that? You dating the wrong dude. We need to
I'm not talking about right now.
Okay, but I'm saying
I've had other experiences.
When
This
your
ain't
woman,
only the person I
when a
dated
woman,
before. Come on, man.
I don't want to see it cry. I'm giving you a hard time. But no, for example, my daughters, and I had to check my daughter because I saw her trying to pull it, right? She knew she was in trouble. Dad, boo boo. Because again, what she knows is it's kind of like low key. It almost felt like her mom was like, "All you gotta do is cry."
Oh,
it felt like, not saying
but
that
some
she did
people
that.
do that.
Yeah.
So some children know that by instinct or whatever, but then some people are coached by some toxic women.
Yeah.
They exist.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Toxicity is real.
Yeah.
But also that child doesn't know anything. So how do you react to that child doing that? It's then they learn, oh, if I start crying,
if I start crying,
you'll do this.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So then you gotta look at it from that perspective. Because you know, some kids that don't do it at all, or you do, they realize I'm not gonna give you the attention you want just because you're crying.
Just because you're crying.
Then you have the kids being in the store crying because they didn't get whatever toy that they
want. So as an adult, are you doing that to the woman or whatever? Are you saying, well, I'm not gonna give you what you need, I'm not gonna feed into these tears because you need to learn that these tears ain't gonna get nothing?
Well, when it comes to teaching somebody something, people get locked into a certain way of who you are, and how you were raised in your environment that you grew up in, right? So if you're crying, if I'm rewarding it, then I'm giving you something.
But see, you don't have to reward. All you got to do is care.
No. See, there's a fine line between rewarding and caring. I can care. But if you crying because you're seeking to get something out of me, that's not the same.
Right. True.
So now it's the boy that cry wolf. Now I don't care. Because now I don't know if this is real or not real.
Right.
True. Kids do it all the time.
True. There you go.
So, you know, I want this chinchilla fur. Oh my God.
Right.
Why you crying?
You're so abusive. You won't even let me have what I want.
Well, Tasha got a Chanel bag. Well, we ain't Tasha.
You ain't Tasha.
What you talking about?
Ain't your name Lisa?
Get out of here.
Don't worry about Tasha.
That's the part that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that, you know, being there for someone and you're either reinforcing something or you're building something.
Yeah.
And if I'm rewarding that, it's like, well, yo, you know, hey. Because I mean, it goes both ways. You know, now, I mean, like the whole movie things, there's been movies that have caught me off guard.
Yeah.
That I've like, you know, kind of like looked around.
Yeah.
You know, just to make, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real stuff. When I was a little younger, there's a movie called Rocky. For those came before Creed, right?
Wait, a little younger?
Yeah. And we you know, a year or two.
Yeah. I was about to say, y'all might be around the same age.
Yeah,
Rocky, there's a Rocky 2, right?
Apollo Creed,
like whatever. At the very end of that movie,
caught
Rocky,
you right here, didn't
it?
Caught you right here.
It caught me.
Right here.
Every time I watch that movie, I either don't watch that scene.
Yeah, you can't watch it. You be like,
because it's like, yo. And Rocky says, he was like, you know, Adrian.
Yeah.
I did it. Yeah, the whole world doubted him.
Man, you about to make me cry right
now.
It
hit me like, yo.
Because sometimes,
that right there is that's emotional.
Movies, like the movies that where you see the overcome, like Rudy, the little short dude playing for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And I mean out there playing their hearts out. It's stuff like that I know for me, I know what you're saying. Those moments catch you and you be
some
like,
movies
Yeah.
that will catch you. There's a movie called Field of Dreams.
Mm.
At the end of that movie, the dude said he didn't really know his dad. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And his father appeared as a ghost,
Mm.
and they could interact with these ghosts.
Okay.
Like without going through the whole movie,
Okay.
you know.
Mhm.
And so the dude says, Dad, you want to play some catch?
Yeah.
Mm.
Simple, very, very simple.
Ooh.
But the emotion of that, he didn't have a father, and that's all he ever talked about.
Was playing
And he
catch
was
with
like,
his dad.
yeah, it's because his dad was the age that he passed away.
Wow. So
So the memory was still locked in. The other guy was a
Yeah.
grown man, but it was
Yeah.
like, dang, bro, like yeah, I teared up on that one. So it happens.
Yeah.
But man, I ain't watching Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter and
Right.
tearing up.
No, but that is a scene in the Lord of the Rings
Oh,
where
it-
Sam
yeah.
was defending Frodo, and
Gotcha.
it
Gotcha.
was like, "You're my friend to the end." I'm like, "See, I need a friend like Sam, damn it!" It was before I had real friends. And
Bro, she crying again
Right.
over Lord of the Rings, my G. I'm out.
Right. Hey, bro.
Man, Sam was a real friend, man.
bruh,
He
yo,
brought me to
I
tears.
can't get
Like
through the
near
movie.
the end of the movie, I was like, "Ooh,
And
Sam!"
so also there's levels of crying.
Yeah.
So if you're like, there's that crying, and then it's like that, and it just coming down. Like
That Denzel.
Denzel
That glory.
and
That
glory.
That one tear.
That one
Wow.
tear,
That one tear.
that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Yo.
Now, if
Yeah,
he was
let that ride.
balling,
Yeah.
by the time
Yeah,
you get
the
back
whole thing.
over to the tent,
Yeah.
man,
The whole thing.
you out there crying? Well, I'm getting whipped. I don't care.
Right.
You crying, my G.
You crying, bro.
We don't cry up in
Bro,
here.
we don't cry, bro.
One tear,
No,
maybe
no.
two.
You
One
You
tear.
doing too much, bro.
I'm just saying that certain emotions are only accepted for really anybody, but really more so men, because I won't say everybody, but if you ever been around somebody that cries too much as a younger child, that person gets called a cry baby. Why is that? You just expressing her emotions. I ain't got time for that. You're crying too much. I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
Certain parameters of time, certain people's time. I may give you a little more time than somebody
So
else.
do you cry when you're happy? So like if something huge were to happen for you and like you would just be so overjoyed and you felt the emotion.
Like if I won an Oscar, I'm
So,
balling.
I'm
gonna ball.
It
and
depends.
is that gonna be talked about? Because he cried because he won an Oscar?
Jamie cried when
See,
he won his.
No.
Jamie cried through a whole damn comedy special.
But that, yeah, it is. I
the
mean,
whole thing.
but can you blame him?
he
though?
was crying.
Turner, it was like boohoo crying.
You
Well, I
can't blame
mean,
He
him.
was flush.
I can't blame him.
I can't blame him either.
'Cause I know what
But I'm
he went
asking
through.
y'all.
However,
I know what he went through.
Will Smith cried after he slapped Chris Rock in the face.
Exactly.
That was like, nah, bro.
Think about that. That makes complete and total sense. Damn, look at the two scenarios.
Two scenarios.
Yeah.
I personally have gone through what Jamie went through, so I felt every moment of that. You had a stroke. You was on your deathbed. And I'm talking to all these people, and like when he was saying what
And
I
my
love.
babies are with me.
I loved when he was talking to himself, and he was like, "I'm Fox, baby. I'm Fox." I personally know what that's like, because when I was in the hospital, I was like, "I'm TreLuv, baby. I'm TreLuv, but I'm sitting up with a gown on. Somebody got to take me to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm TreLuv." So so I fully accepted him crying in that whole movie. I fully accepted that. Will getting up acting like Tupac, they want to come up and oh, now you want to cry.
Now you doing
After you done slapped that, you done. Chris should be the one crying.
should have
Look
been.
what you did.
But
You embarrassed that man.
but look though, even
Hold
that.
on.
Go ahead.
On the schoolyard in school, not in school, but in real life, don't y'all be like, "Oh, I wouldn't have took that. It's his fault. He whatever." So y'all on the side of the person who got. I'm confused.
Well,
I'm on Chris's side because and I'm a big Will Smith fan,
Mm-hmm.
but when I saw that, Will took himself way down a notch. I still, he's a very talented brother. No one can take anything from Will's talent.
Mhm.
But that move, that was a real sucker move.
That was some.
Mhm.
That
That
was
was
some-
a sucker
that was
move.
sucker move. Right
That was a
there.
real sucker move.
Because as comedians, we know Chris could have really went in.
Ooh.
He could have really, and he really. What he said was like,
Light.
Yeah.
That ain't.
Catch Jane too.
Now-
What the?
Also, he's going down the list of everybody that's within eyesight. He
Popping
got
everybody. And Will was laughing.
Yeah.
all
Look
of
at
that.
the video. Will
Yeah.
laughing.
And I feel like, Will's a pretty big dude,
Yeah.
right? So
And
now you
strong.
look like a bully. Because if somebody else is up there, I guarantee you won't run up
Everybody
there.
kept saying it. If it was Rock, if it was
Tyson,
The Rock,
like,
Tyson,
right.
everybody kept saying naming other people that the Aquaman dude,
Jason
Momoa. They was like
the one who they think is attractive but look like a demon to me. He is not attractive.
Well, I mean, you know,
people like what they like, but and the hard one with the hard one. But I'm saying people were saying like if it was this person, that person, or this person, Will wouldn't have did it. But because it was Chris, and so many people have said he knew who to do it to.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, to me, what also makes it, it's like if you got some words for somebody, let me put you over here, and we're gonna have that.
See, now that would have been more respectful for me.
But because of the platform that it's on, it looks like, see,
yeah,
took us down a notch.
Because you know how we fought to get up in there,
right?
On top of the fact,
so white, wasn't it?
On top of the fact,
year, right?
Yes, but who was kicking that off? Who boycotted the Oscars? Do you remember? I sure do. You and your wife boycotted the Oscars.
Will and Jada.
So you get up there.
So then we let you back in.
And look what you did.
And you acting a fool in here. Okay.
Yeah. So now what could have really took it to from 0 to 100. If Chris, he could have sued him.
Yes.
He could have sued the Oscars, the security people, the Academy. It's a lot of things, but he didn't. But he could have. That would have destroyed all type of things.
Right.
It was a bad look. The timing was bad.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you got all the folks in the room. When you won that Oscar, they all stood up and was all clapping. 15 minutes ago. We all saw what he did. Did y'all not see that? I sure saw.
And you still give him the Oscar. And
right.
So that to me,
the show must go on.
Yeah.
The show must go on, but you know what? Either we're gonna just award this to him, we're not gonna put this on the platform. It was a bad look to me,
right?
And for them, as many times if you go back through the years of the Academy, Haiti McDaniel and Sidney Poitier, we ain't got that many black folks that won Oscars.
Right.
Ain't that many?
Right.
And
Cali.
the fact that you're allowed to be here, and then you do that, it just makes it look like. This is
what happens when we
don't
see. But then you also got to think about it like this: the fact that I have to be allowed to be there is a problem. Number one, and then number two, on his side or whatever, you got to kind of question what was happening in the background to make him feel the pressure to get up there and do that, because that, in general, outside looking in, does not necessarily seem like his normal character.
I agree.
That seems like something else was going on. She probably over here on the side talking shit, and
because she had no reaction.
Other people out here talking crap because you got this little young tenderoni up in here boning your wife, in your house or whatever.
Yeah,
and that's your
my son's friend.
Your son's friend.
And he took,
and she said we ain't been together in 10 years. Process that.
Right.
So now, wait a minute, bro.
And she got you on her show, Red Table Talk, embarrassing you.
In your house.
In your house.
Come on now. Look.
What happened,
But that
Jada?
she said that you bought for you.
What happened, Jada?
She don't appreciate the house because it's for you. Ungrateful, disrespectful, all of that.
Then you got your child saying, Mama just love Tupac. What?
I mean, the letter. My child writing a letter to another man
that's dead for 30 years
to your mama's ex-boyfriend.
Nah, man.
That's dead.
Nah.
That she's still mourning.
I know you alive
30 years later.
That I think all that
that went into all of that was right here in the middle of his hand.
True.
That was Tupac to him.
And look, you want to run.
That was Tupac to him.
If you want to run the fade. But don't do it on the largest.
Come on.
The look, it's a bad look.
That's the Super Bowl. That's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's literally the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, I was at a comedy club and literally my phone started going off. Everybody, when the moment happened, I was a comedy club, I never forget, everybody started doing like this. Hey, y'all heard about this? Within 7 minutes, everybody in the world literally knew. But I'm sitting at a comedy club, phone buzzing, talking to people.
Because I definitely wasn't watching the Oscars.
I wasn't watching the Oscars either. Right. But my phone started going off. People started calling and texting. And did you see what happened on what? Yeah. And you went right to Google, and it was right there. It like I said, it was a real. Will slapped himself if you ask me.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, and they're trying to kind of of those who've never met anybody that's famous. Their persona is not necessarily who they are for real.
Absolutely.
Right. So the persona is that Will Smith is a good guy.
Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't curse on his records.
But this nigga is from Philadelphia.
Everybody know that.
But then
he got.
if you read his book,
he's an actor.
And you other instance, if you get a little bit into hip hop, you can follow some of the stories and go, oh, well, yo, this ain't he ain't as clean
as people the image
as his image portrays.
Mm-hmm.
These are real people.
Yeah.
So that's why they say sometimes you don't want to meet your heroes because they're not who
it'll
they
bring
portray
them down
to
a
be.
notch.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And with that being said, I was like, well, damn, all right, man, well, Will seemed like he might be, yeah, he is. But when you say that ahead of time, like Will Smith, come on, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on now.
Candy Will.
Mm-hmm.
All of that. So, yeah.
Yep. Well, y'all, this has been a wonderful conversation. I appreciate both of y'all for being here because, like, it's a whole lot going on. And sometimes it's important to take a step back, take a break, and take a side step to really put things into perspective regarding, like this is stuff that y'all shared that I just didn't know. Like these plans, MREs, these little straws and stuff like that. I'm gonna ask if I can get the little Amazon link and stuff like that because I was not playing. Amazon is about to get a little bit of my money because I do need to feel that sense of security and preparedness for that. But then also being able to kind of just speak in regards to the things that will help continue to build us up. That is important to me. So before we go, I just want both of y'all to share something that you feel has been helping you in this time frame. I know y'all don't feel, y'all don't cry, y'all don't got no thug tears for nobody else. But in the reality of the situation, we are all human. And we all have our moments where there are things within us that we have to deal with them. And so if you could share for the audience, what are some things that you will continue to do for yourself and you encourage others to do to be able to move forward within this season? And then in addition to that, share how they can stay in contact with you before we get up out of here.
Got it.
I ain't doing that.
You said you're not doing that?
I ain't doing that, man.
Why you not doing
Because
that?
that's some sucker stuff.
That's right.
I ain't no punk.
Sucker MC.
You're not a punk to tell people to follow you on
You
Instagram and
saying
go
his
to your
age again.
website?
He said sucker MCs, y'all. You heard him?
Sucker MC.
Sucker MCs. You know where it is. Look, I'm going to say this, as far as, the people that you love and, if somebody that you ain't talked to in some years over something that don't really matter, some stupid stuff, call that person. Get in contact with that person, Sometimes you swallow your pride, and I've had to swallow my pride, even though, man, I know I was right, they was wrong, but tomorrow's not promised. And that person they here tomorrow, how are you gonna feel? Like, dang, I could have just called him up, I could have called her up and just, you know what I mean? So I try to, if I can, talk to some of the people that I like to have a clean slate.
Yeah.
If it's nothing more, say, man, I reached out. You know what I mean?
Clear your conscience.
And just I'm clear on my end because you don't know because you never. I don't know how many funerals I've been to. Dang, I wish I would have said this.
Ooh, yeah.
I wish I would have said that when they were living. You could have said this,
True.
and you could have said that, but because of whatever it is, you didn't.
Yeah.
So that to me is what I would say.
Yeah.
Just having a clean slate with people.
That's good.
Be prepared for whatever it is in life as best you can. And there's what that is. So get in contact with me. It's just at Russ Rabb, RUSSRABB. That's on all platforms and all of that. And or you can just Google it, whatever's easiest for you to do.
Handle it, huh? All right. So what I got is,
And that's our time. Thank you.
And there it is.
See that?
See, this nigga always crying.
Always, bro. Come on, man. You get one tear, bro.
But you ain't let me
That look like 3. Come on.
Okay.
Get it together.
Let me get it together.
Suck it up.
Nah, look at her. She a thug now. Nah, what I want to say is cherish, again, I talked about something earlier, your moments. Because you're gonna, if life goes the way it's supposed to, you're gonna be, to your youngins, you're gonna be 20, 30, 50, 40, and so on. Take the time every day. I say this especially to my 30-year-olds that are in life and in the groove. That what I learned from that 88-year-old man, take a moment every day and just give some to yourself. That's given to God. Give it to yourself. Take a moment and just block everything out, at least for an hour a day. Now, as far as where you can find me, more advice I want to give real quick too. There are steps to manifestation and greatness. You have to eat a certain way. You have to be a certain way. I saw on a podcast, and I want to repeat this. Don't have wealthy goals and poor habits. Your goals, your habits have to match your goals. If you got wealthy goals, then you need to have wealthy habits.
Mhm.
That's one. Now, before I get out of here, y'all, listen to Louis everywhere at listen to LOUIS. Rock with me. I'm funny.
Yes. Let the church say amen.
Well,
Right.
let's go to Exodus. No, I'm
Right.
just
Oh,
joking.
Not
Please turn your
Exodus.
Bibles to 1
That's
Corinthians
an
chapter
interesting
2.
book to start with.
When you
Well,
get
right
it,
after
say amen.
Genesis, it's the second chapter. Let's go to
Exodus
we
is something
leaving.
else. Shoot, we might be living in Exodus right now.
Hello.
Anyway, but yes. So, also, do we have any shows coming up? We got any?
Oh my goodness. I got a big show tomorrow. I actually shout out to D-Bev. I had a show last night. I have a show tomorrow. I'm opening up for like the people who do impressions of the OJs. And,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is
Nice.
a midday show. And
Okay.
I'm getting a nice little penny for that one.
Mhm.
And again, I have a miniature, when I say a miniature, a small tour coming up. I turned 50 in July.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to do, here's my goal. And I'm working with some promoters and producers right now.
Wait, you turned or you turned?
I'm turning
Okay.
50 in
Party.
July. Oh, see, that's what I was just.
Okay,
That's what
cool.
I'm finna get y'all the scenario.
Mhm.
So, thank you for having me back this year because this is my 50th, going into my 50th year of life. So, what I plan on doing is touring all 50 states.
Oh, nice.
Doing at least one show in every state of the
Okay.
union, Alaska, Hawaii, and when I was talking to my military friend, say the lower 48. So I want to start with Alaska, Hawaii. I have an Alaska connect. I have a Hawaii connect. And then I'm going to my plan is to do all 50 states. So,
oh, that's what's up.
yeah, 50-50,
Awesome.
you know?
Yeah.
So that's my goal for the year.
Fire.
What about you?
Be on my couch.
Chilling.
But it's a new couch.
Oh,
That's right.
It
Ooh,
is.
I
It's a
like
nice
that.
couch too. It's
I like
comfortable.
that.
Ain't no more couch. No,
Because I was over there and I sat on your couch.
I like
with
that.
your lady.
Yeah,
We
no,
had-
yeah,
we
yes,
watched
I
the
know.
movie,
Yeah,
you
she
weren't
said y'all was
there.
there, talking and crying and all that other stuff.
It was
No,
crying.
no, we
Probably.
ate popcorn and she put the little cashews in there.
Yeah,
She
my
always
cashews.
going,
Anywho,
ooh.
now you know what I mean.
She thought like, damn, I need to do that when I get home.
But me, I'm putting some focus on on a lot of my talking and endeavors, and there's a few things that I can't really talk about
Okay.
that are coming out.
They under wraps.
That's
cool.
good.
Yeah,
That's when you know it's big.
You know how that goes.
That's when you know
Yeah,
it's big.
That's when you know it's something.
He
for
got some
real.
money over there,
Something
y'all.
legit.
And I can't really talk about it, you know.
Hey, but you know what? So real quick, because I learned a lesson. I was in a movie called Ali, and I was the extra. I told everybody.
Oh.
I told my mama. I told my cousins. I told my Hey, we all went to the theater, right? And we wait. All right, here we go.
I'm sorry. I've been where you
They
at.
cut
though.
you
And
out.
so
I've been
they
through
cut.
it.
They cut
And
you
look
out.
though, it's dead quiet. The theater's dead quiet. All I heard is my brother go, man. In this movie. I was so embarrassed. I promised him. He was like, nah, bro.
Man.
And Ali's a long movie.
Right.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
yes.
I was, I said, I wouldn't, until something is out,
Yes.
I would never say what something is until it's released. Because sometimes they film stuff and then it never
And you
comes out.
get put on the editing
Or
room
either it comes out and it cuts you out,
Yes.
or the project itself never comes out.
Yeah.
And you're like,
You know how
well,
much we go through that, bro? As actors? I mean, there's so much
times.
stuff sitting on the shelf. I got a Showtime movie on the shelf where I played the devil, bro. And I killed it. I had on all white. This was years ago. I had on all white and I had my little stuff on and I was walking through the graveyard. Oh, man, like the footage, I just was like, never came out.
Oh,
I
man.
get them we're gonna stop. We get them same stories, bro. I'm in a movie, man. There's like a poltergeist in this house. I'm play this dad. Never came out.
Never came
Wait. Wait. You played the father of a poltergeist?
No. I was.
How does that work?
We were a family, and we were being haunted by a poltergeist.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And it never came out.
Got you.
And you don't just call, hey, bro.
Yeah, what's good?
So
Right, you can't call Sony, be like, yo,
Where the movie at?
What's
Where the movie
happening,
at? Where the
MGM?
movie?
What's up? This truck.
It
You
don't.
tripping.
So
Yeah.
you just never comes out. And I
Yeah.
wonder what they should just, hey man, if y'all want it, y'all can download the footage if you want it. That would be cool. But they
Right.
don't
You
have
can release it on YouTube.
it. Right.
Yeah.
It dwells in me. I know I did it.
Right.
You know, here goes the script. I want to look at it. Yeah, you typed that up, didn't you, bro?
Yeah.
You made that up.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's a lot of effort to go into a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lot of effort for a lie. To type up a script.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
The accusations.
Because people don't believe, our people don't believe unless If you say you're successful and you ain't drinking jewels, this, that, and the third,
Right.
you're not successful.
That's another show, Sunshine.
Whole nother
Yes,
show.
it is. Yes,
That's
it
another
is. Because
show.
that is very true. Okay, cool. But I gotta end this
Okay,
one
okay,
Yes.
okay.
because
Yeah, yeah.
this is about to go into a whole nother realm
Yes.
because that is crazy because that
Mhm.
is so the truth. But y'all, thank you so much for joining us today on the Sunshine State. I have been your host for the day. My name is Sonshine Wiley. And we see this, listen to Lewis wear, but this well brand apparel, you see it. We also have well brand apparel. We do also have our journals for career, wellness, goals, planners, all that kind of stuff. If you need any of the information, it's all going to be in the description box of this video. You can also go into the website, www.sunshinestate.com. That is sunshine with an O, as per usual, www.sunshinestate.com. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Please remember to like, subscribe, share. Make sure you pass it on to your auntie, cousin, and them. All of those people. This show does not run without your support. So please make sure that whoever you think of that might need some type of inspiration or some type of motivation, or even might be interested in the things that we're talking about, share it with them. It costs you nothing to like and share this video. So we would love your support. With all of that being said, definitely make sure that you're being good to yourself and being good to others because you need your light too, just like you're giving it away to everybody else. And again, thank you so much for being here. I'm Sonshine Wiley. Have a good one.
Don't be afraid of a crowd, laughing loud and feeling free. Never noticed till you there was more. They can see you really. So stand out, stand out, stand out. You're here, you're free, absolutely where you need to be. So stand out, stand out, stand out.
Welcome to the Sunshine State, a space for health, healing, and wellness.